Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I'm Orion. We're back with some more Grind Survivors. Been a while since we played this game, but they did finally put in an update to patch the endless mode. So now the huge gaps that we were experiencing where enemies weren't spawning, for like 30 seconds to a minute, that should be resolved. The patch update also did a few other things, but most notably, it sort of fixed or at least made different how the improve a weapon works. So now what happens is if you go to improve a weapon and you fail, it's only going to move your weapon down one rank instead of all the way back down to zero, that's really good also. So it should help you get to, those higher ranks. So right now I have a +5 shotgun, which we're going to be running, but we're not going to risk it right now because I don't really have a lot of resources, but that is a pretty good improvement. And then they also put out a roadmap for this game. The roadmap itself, I will say though, I'm not like super ultra impressed with. They basically have a few major updates that they're planning, and honestly they don't really seem super major. they're just kind of like cool little things. But what they're gonna add is their first one is they're gonna add double the affixes. So what that means is I'm pretty sure it just means they're just gonna double the amount of these affixes that can show up on your weapons. Not like super exciting, but it will add a lot more variety to these weapons. I'm going to assume they're probably going to add affixes that are kind of already in the game. Maybe because I don't think your weapons can get stuff like movement speed, maybe dash cooldown reduction. Oh, there is speed. Okay, I'm not really sure what sort of affixes they're going to add here, but it says they're going to add double the amount. I'm hoping that they add some things that are a bit more original. We'll see, like maybe chance to bullet to explode, or I don't know, cool things like that. And then they're also going to do their next major update is basically going to be a skill tree rework, which I agree. I think their skill tree is lacking a lot, but they don't really provide a lot of information here. It just says new skills and additional mechanics. So we'll kind of see what that entails. They don't give timelines for any of these either, so I'm not really sure when we can expect these. I hope sooner rather than later, because honestly, these don't seem like that big of changes, so I'm hoping it's not months away from some of these. And then their last major update is going to be a biome overhaul with map modifiers and hazards affecting both the player and enemies. So that kind of sounds like maybe adding different modifiers to where you can add extra HP and things like that to enemies, or maybe extra damage. But we'll see. At least they're putting something out, and I'm mostly excited because they apparently fixed endless mode, which is kind of the main reason why I kind of stopped playing this game. And also because, which they haven't addressed yet at all, but I'm hoping the biome overhaul will fix that, is again, there's no reason to go back and play these older maps because of the drops. So that needs to be fixed too, and I guess that's probably going to come with the biome overhaul. I don't know, we'll see. But they fixed endless mode, so we'll jump back in, give this game another shot, and then hopefully some of the other stuff can come and improve this game a little bit. Okay, this is going to be a bounce build. I didn't really go over the build too much here, but this is going to be a bounce build. We're going to focus super heavily on that with our shotgun here. So we're going to go very heavily into like these bounce ones. But yeah, I was happy to see that. I was happy to see like the patch update come out this morning. Let's go with, I'm actually gonna go giant here. Well, we are gonna focus on bounce. I can't just pick bounce for everything. Excited to see what this game will bring about though, but I think the biggest thing now is I just really hope it doesn't take too long, because not to be that guy, but these updates don't really seem super game changing. Just adding some extra fixes and some like redoing a skill tree, those are all fine. But it's mainly like that mainly seems like it's fixing issues with the game versus, you know, adding major content to it. Because the skill tree, I will admit, the skill tree is pretty bland. And so it definitely needed some work. And hopefully what they're gonna do is they're gonna add some extra stuff for the characters. You know, I think either like one branching path for each of the characters would be cool, or even if each character had their own separate one, that would be pretty sweet. Okay, let's do the piercing. So we'll see. I'm optimistic. I really do enjoy this game, even though I kind of shit on it every once in a while. You know, I wouldn't have played it as much as I did if I didn't enjoy it. But it just, there's some clear, very clear things that need to be fixed in this game. All right, let's go with, I'm gonna re-roll this, I think. We may or may not get some of the elements. I might go with kind of maybe like a lightning and cursed. We'll see. Because lightning kind of works with the whole bounce thematic theme. Just with the chain lightning. They're going to do a bunch of smaller updates too. They kind of have those listed in between. I didn't really go over those because those aren't as imperative as their major ones. But I do think as long as they fix the endless mode, so that's a big plus in my book. Because now I'm more inclined to play it again. But I really, 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 really hope that I think they need to rearrange the priorities a little bit, because I honestly think the biome stuff should come sooner rather than later. I think they need to make every map viable ASAP. I think that needs to be one of the biggest things they work on, because I would rather play the other maps than have extra fixes on my weapons. You know, that's kind of cool to add a little bit more variety, and it depends what they're adding. If they're going to add some really cool shit, then that's sweet. But if it's just going to be, you know, kind of bland stuff, 5% extra crit chance, you know, okay, cool, but not insane. But I would much rather be able to play the other maps. You know, I do get kind of tired of playing this one map over and over. I would much rather be able to play every map at, you know, sort of this rank 15 difficulty. I don't really want to wait months for that. I kind of have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Because again, no timelines. But again, glad to see I mean, we'll see. We haven't really, I haven't even tested it yet to see if they actually really did fix it. I'm assuming they did. All right, let's re-roll this. We need to get, we need to start getting, we don't have any XP gains either yet. We need to get those. All this bouncing stuff is nice, but for endless mode, I need to get Nerd Rage, and I need to get all those really good XP gains. So hopefully those will show up here really soon. I might have to kind of do heavy rerolls for those. Okay, this is going to be a reroll. Attack speed, this will be reroll too. Man, they're really gonna make this hard for me, huh? See, we're just kind of seeing the same stuff. This is part of the issue when we start picking too many things early. Okay, we could do constant concentration, because we do need that for one of our synergies. I just wasted a ton of rerolls there, though. Pickup range, shooting range. Watch, we don't need. We'll go with the shooting range, though, because we do need that one for... Well, we don't need the shooting range, but we do need to go down that tree. But the more stuff we pick, the harder it is. It's just going to be for us to get the XP gains. There we go. Thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna take that. So yeah, so far no gaps, which is nice. I'm going to assume that doesn't mean any rebalancing for the game. I'm just going to assume that now we're just going to have proper spawn rates for these enemies. All right, let's do... I guess we need both of these. Which one... Okay, let's do this one because this one we actually have concentration for, so we'll go that one. Man, he's like one hit away. There he goes. It seems that the HP scaling is still a pretty big issue here too. Okay, we'll go with our ashes gained and then purple XP chance. So that'll make up for some of the XP loss that we got here by not getting that early. I'll probably go with the damage here. I think we could use damage. Okay, let's go more XP stuff for right now. I might actually pick up more elements too than just lightning. Because if we're gonna go with a bouncing build, then having more elements is probably better. Okay, there's extra bounce again, but let's go with the hunger for knowledge. I don't know if I'm gonna... No, we got this. Shield guys are always a pain, especially for this particular type of build where we're going mostly with bounce. All right, let's do base damage. Wow, this guy has a ton of HP. Yeah, I do need to get that magnet. Okay, we could do for this one. We could probably do burn. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just get the elements. It goes well with a bounce build. Piercing XP. Huddle. Let's go with more XP gains. See, now we're starting to get all the good XP gains now too, which is nice. Well, we need to get we don't have Nerd Rage yet. We need to get Nerd Rage so we can get heavy shots. There's Nerd Rage. See, as soon as I said that, like I said, sometimes you just got to speak things into existence. You know, you got to manifest it. Uh-oh, can we get this in time? We can. Oh, shit. Man, are these guys exploding before I even kill them, or is my bounce killing them? Because some of them just seem to be like exploding off screen. Okay, so heavy shots for, you know, a pretty good damage boost right there. I didn't realize we killed this guy. Let's come back and get his weapons and stuff. And I'm, again, one of the things that we need to see is things to do with our hell dust. I don't know if the skill tree rework will resolve some of that or not. But, oh, see, I hate this hitbox too, because I always feel like I'm out of it when he does it, but then it still hits me sometimes. But because right now I have a ton of hell dust, you know, I have hundreds and hundreds of hell dust, and it's just kind of sitting there. So I'd be interested to see if that skill tree does anything to alleviate some of that. It probably won't, because it'll probably be once you're maxed, you're maxed. I think what they're gonna have to do is give us something extra to actually spend that hell dust on, if they want to resolve some of those issues too. Okay, that one definitely hit me. I was too focused on actually trying to kill him. All right, let's go with another Nerd Rage. Okay, let's finally get this legendary. The gaps are definitely fixed. That's nice. No more gaps. Okay, I do want to, like, I want to get sniper. There's quite a few things I want to get here. We'll probably go with this one though, because I need like damage boosts, but I need to get sniper here. It should be much easier though now, especially with the fixes to the improve your weapon. It should be much easier now to hopefully get a higher tier weapon. The odds are still against you though, but at least now it doesn't bring you down to 0. Man, there's so many things I want to get here, but these other ones aren't showing up. I think we'll go with more base damage again. I'm not going to re-roll these because the attack speed's fine, but I want to move down this tree more. So for right now, I think we'll go with base damage. Dodge, pierce. See, that's why we need that sniper one. Dodge is pretty helpful, but I'm gonna try to kind of get that later. Okay, there's the attack speed. Oh, there's 30% damage. Let's go with the attack speed though. Let's see, we can go more XP. All right, I'm gonna take this one because I want to move down here to the double the HP bonus. Let's go more XP gain. I didn't see anything either about a graphic slider update, which again is another thing that just I think desperately needs to be added here. Because I basically can't play that. Oh man, I really want this nerd rage, but I'm gonna take this. This one hasn't shown up yet. I'm gonna go with the sniper, so that way we get that translocation. But I can't play that other character with the railgun because it destroys your eyes. And so I hope that they add something for that here soon too. Okay, so bullets that leave the screen have a... Oh, this got nerfed. I don't believe it was a 50% chance anymore. I think it was bullets that leave the screen reappear on the opposite side. This is a 50% chance now. So that got nerfed. I don't recall seeing that. What we want to do is I need to get the hungry bullets too, which I'm not sure what we're missing on that one. Nerd rage. What do we need for hungry bullets? Let's go with reload speed. After reload, gain 25 attack speed. Let's do this one. Oh yeah, we need to get the hungry bullets now to extend the lifetime of our bullets. Doubles all your HP bonuses. Okay, that'll give us a pretty good damage boost too, so let's finally get that. Curious how far we'll be able to make it, because it does seem like we're still kind of struggling here. Let's probably do this one again. Oh, it looks like I was literally about to say that it's funny how the smaller slimes had more HP. It seems like that got fixed too. Because I don't think it was right when the smaller slimes had way more HP than the big slime. So it does look like they fixed that. So that definitely got fixed. So they adjusted that. I don't remember reading some of this, so that's good to see. But holy cow, these guys still have a ton of HP right now. See, and then all of a sudden we just get overwhelmed. It happens so quickly in this game. Like, what do we need? More damage, more pierce, more bounce. Let's re-roll. No, I'm gonna go. Yeah, let's go with the base damage. All right, let's do this one because I think that maxes out our bounce, or not our bounce, the HP bonuses. So all right, let's go bounce efficiency. Let's start focusing a little bit more on the bounce now. We got that really early, which was nice, but then I haven't picked it really that much anymore. But I've learned in this game that if I'm trying to do a specific build, I can't really focus on that right in the beginning. I have to. Oh, so we need round fire. That's what we need. Let's go attack speed. This bonus is reset after reload. Okay, we'll do that one. And then we get our free 2-minute magnet. Holy shit. I definitely think I need more bounce, huh? Bounce or pierce. Pickup range, shooting range. More XP. I'm gonna do a reroll here. All right, let's do the more attack speed pickup range, I guess. These guys are kind of cooking us, though. They have so much HP right now. Look at this. I can't even really get my way out of here. All right, let's do... I mean, I would prefer, at this point, I would actually prefer extra bounces, but we could do... That's almost an extra bounce. More attack speed, your damage. Let's do the damage increase again. Let's do... Oh, this is required... Okay, so this will give us... Oh, this is the one we needed. Okay, then we'll go with that one. So that Hungry Bullets pairs very well with Translocation. So bullets restore its lifetime when it hits an enemy. So now we should hopefully see, you know, more bullets going through on the other side of the screen. All right, we could do chill now. Oh, we got a couple level ups here, huh? Okay, let's go with... I feel like I should take this, but... Whoa, okay. Okay, they broke this. They broke napalm. That's not okay. All right, let's do... We don't have a lot of these yet. Oh, God. Okay. Why is it gotta flash like that? Fix one thing, break one thing. All right, let's do extra bounce. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, geez, that's so annoying. Oh, come on, game. It's like now I can't pick burn now because it's gonna, if it's gonna do that kind of stuff, that's super annoying. I'm gonna check to make sure. Graphics, effects, probably that probably has nothing to do with it, but let's put that on like medium. Well, that might have, that actually, no, did that help a little bit? I think it might have. All right, let's try that again. Maybe that is. Oh, now I'm getting hit. Hard to tell right now, just because we're not seeing all that fire on the ground. I kind of think it did help a tiny bit, but it's still a flashing light on the screen constantly. All right, let's go nerd rage. Oh shit, I should have. No, that one. It does look like they adjusted the HP on the bosses too. And the game crashed. All right. Yeah. That sucks. All right. Well, I guess we're not playing this game still. Nothing I can do about that. The game literally just crashed after I killed that boss. So that's why you're seeing a black screen right now. All right. We'll come back to this game once some of these issues are fixed again. Pretty disappointing to see, especially after them fixing endless mode, because endless mode actually seemed pretty good there. They fixed the HP on the bosses. And, you know, there were no gaps, but yeah, a crash and then the flashing lights is still a pretty big issue. So there we go. Unfortunately, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.